persuasion and how to dissect all the winning promotions, so that over the long run you have a big swipe file, and then when you have an idea, you can plug it in simply onto the formula that someone else has already paved the way in front of you. So we're going to talk about how to do that. We're going to talk about headlines and leads. We're going to talk about proof. We're going to talk about generating irresistible offers. Our buddy Todd Brown talks about generating an offer so great, so compelling that people would literally crawl over broken glass to get it. So we're going to talk about those type of things. Then that's going to bring us up into mid-February, and we have a special field trip planned that we're not going to tell you about right now. But it should be a fun little field trip. Then, real quick, we just want to point your attention to February 23rd. February 23rd. That is going to be a special Friday session. So it's not the typical Monday, Wednesday session. It's going to be a Friday session. We will be almost, well, actually a little over a month deep at that point. So you should have 30 plus ideas written down in your copy journal and in the copy idea sheet. What we're going to do on Friday, February 23rd, is that you're going to get up here and pitch your idea to the group. And it's going to be awful and terrifying, and you might be nervous, and we may shoot the idea down as a group. But it's going to be a learning experience for you. So you have the next 30 days to write down 30 different ideas. You talk to your copy buddy, you talk to everybody else. You only have to pitch your favorite one of the 30 on that day, and we'll tell you how those pitches will be structured and everything like that.
And if we don't accept your idea, then for the remaining sessions, we'll just book in 5-10 minutes beginning of every session for you to give other ideas. So it's not ideally we pick yours, we love yours, but chances are we won't. So you'll have future opportunities to pitch if we don't accept your idea.
This should be the idea that you intend on working on the second half of Copy Camp to be your promotion that you get out of Copy Camp. So you have 30 days to think through all the ideas. You pitch on February 23rd. If all goes well, that should be the idea that you spend the next 30 days trying to gather your proof and trying to structure your promotion. Yeah. So that at the end of Copy Camp, when you get done your promotion, it's on that idea that you're intending to pitch on February 23rd.
So like if that's the first time you're pitching it is in front of us, that's probably a mistake. Because you have a copy buddy and you have everyone in this room here to bounce your ideas off with all the time.
The second half of the program is all designed on basically getting that idea done. So once you have an idea, once you have the proof, once you have the structure, how do you actually put that idea on paper? How do you get it through compliance? How do you deal with us running eyeballs / traffic to that promotion? And then you get up into the last week, which is the Hell Week portion of the camp, which is March 26th to April 2nd, which you are then therefore going to execute your idea to get a promotion out of that week. So come April 2nd, you will have your first full promotion done. Again, 30 days to really think through a lot of your ideas, 30 days to really compile that idea, to refine that idea, to get all your proof on that idea, and then on April 2nd, you are to have that idea done in a fully done, ready to go to legal promotion. So that's kind of the agenda. Quick questions, notes. This session is going to be shorter than most of them because it's really just a logistics / going over the trite 10,000 foot view of the camp. But what questions? There can't be no questions. We haven't done that good of a job presenting.
Are all the promos in the swipe winners?
No.
No?
No. On purpose.
Yeah, I've been going through that.
So yes, not every promo in that swipe file that we gave you guys, so that bit.ly / copy reading, not every promo you're going to read is a winner. One of the things that we want you to think about after you've read that promo is, did it work? Did that promo work? Certain times it's going to be yes, certain times it's going to be hell yes, and certain times it's going to be that's the world's worst promo. So think about that as you go through it.
And if you're really curious if it worked or didn't work, that's an important piece of research for you to do on your own, right? Like if you're like, I guess have to know whether that promo's going to work. Well then, find out someone you can talk to and ask, did it work?
What other questions? Somebody had one other than me. No other questions. It's not starting off.
Engage.
Madison has one.
What happens if I don't put in an idea on a single day?
Yep. So what happens if you don't put in an idea in any single day? Well, number one, your copy buddy should be holding you accountable to put in an idea. And number two, it's going to be treated just like being late to this meeting would be treated. So you miss an idea, you're new to Agora Financial in the last year, you're no longer here. You miss an idea, you've been at Agora Financial for longer than a year, your next royalty check cut in half. So you don't put an idea into that sheet. We're not trying to be mean. We just know that if in the next 60 days, if you can't generate an idea, as struggling as it may be, it doesn't have to be a great idea. It just has to be an idea. Doug, what was your, putting you on your spot, not that you don't have great ideas.
Thank you.
What was your idea that you put in? I know it, I'm just,
Yeah.
no one's gonna get it.
It was feed mayonnaise to tuna fish. That was my first idea.
Do you wanna provide context?
Does it need context? I mean, the Ben says feed mayonnaise to tuna fish is so bad.
There was an idea. Hey, Einstein never finished. Waste of time, right? There was somebody put an idea to the sheet last year, and I don't want to pick on this person, but it was I can't even understand what they meant. And the idea was a question, and it said, "What's uglier than Donald Trump in an orange sweater?" And I read that, and I'm like, well, they filled it out. They did something right. I'm not sure what that ever meant. Like, is that? They should be general ideas about our business. So let's define that a little bit, right?
Would you have clicked it though, to find out?
I'm definitely curious to this day, and I've never had a chance to ask this person what they actually meant by what's uglier. I don't know if it was a joke, like, I don't know what it was.
Does it have to be big ideas, or can it be like in marketing, or?
No, they could be any, yeah, they could be any idea on how to improve our business, right? So it could be, hey, what if we rent this email list that I'm seeing similar competitors renting? What if it's a brand new cryptocurrency product that only recommends initial coin offerings? It could be a business idea, it could be a product idea, it could be a specific idea for a promotion. Try not to make it what's uglier than Donald Trump in an orange sweater, because I'm not sure where that would ever lead to making money. So, yeah, you write down an idea every single day. Have your copy buddy hold you accountable. And again, you miss an idea, you're gone. You missed two ideas, or sorry, you miss an idea and you've been here longer than a year. Royalty check cut in half. We're not trying to be mean. Again, it's just that if you can't write down 60 ideas for the next 60 days, you ain't gonna make it. Sorry, it's not gonna work. Because this should be the time that you're most excited. You should be here, somewhere here, before you enter here. So if you're not excited here, you can't write down 60 ideas here. It's not gonna get any easier. John?
Yeah, actually, I have a burning question. Yeah, my background is not finance.
Mhm.
This is Agora Financial. There's a lot of financial products. What if I come up with an idea and I get scared off by the learning curve trying to figure out financial products?
Yep.
Or like derivatives or cryptocurrency and all that, which I don't follow. I'm crazy curious, but that kind of stuff I never really dug into.
Yeah. So you're, I mean, you're obviously in a unique position, right? Because you're coming in with a whole ton of experience in a totally different industry. For you, you write down any idea that you believe can make your business go up, your presence within Agora Financial go up per what your expertise is.
Sure.
For everybody else who's going to be writing finance, that's a great question, right? What if you don't have the financial knowledge? Comes back to extreme ownership. There's only one way to get it. You go get it, right? So go read a book. Go read 2 books.
And
Go
if you're
read 3
curious
books.
about it, that's a good thing. We'll get into, we're gonna hand out another book, Made to Stick, in a couple of weeks, or actually next class. And there's something in there called the curse of knowledge, which as a writer you have to be aware of, that the more I learn about the financial world, the more challenging it actually is me as a copywriter, because I'm gonna be nonchalant about it, and I'm not gonna read it the same way. I'm not gonna be excited by the financial idea as much as I would if somebody never heard of it before. I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, dividend reinvestment plans, drips, whatever, heard it before. Then lots of different promotions about that. That doesn't mean that's a bad idea. In fact, like when you tell people about, I'm just using an example of drips, dividend reinvestment plans, you can go look up what they are. Like to like an average person and be like, wow, that's really cool, because they are really cool. It's really easy to be cynical if you have too much knowledge. So that feeling of curiosity is a good thing. That means that other people might feel the same way, which is the whole point of why we're doing this in a lot of ways.
2 ways to catch up if you don't have financial knowledge too. Number 1 is just start reading books. So, you know, they put out a whole series of books called like, it's those dummy books. What are they called? Like Stocks for Dummies or Options for Dummies, right? So I mean, they're great places to start because they're assuming the level of knowledge that is not there. So you can go read all the blank for dummies books, Stocks for Dummies, Derivatives for Dummies, Options for Dummies. Second best way is just to read all of the editorial that we're putting out. So read everything, get comped on all of our lists if you have not been comped on all of our lists. You could write two gentlemen who run our customer service team if you are not comped on all of our lists. One, his name is Dan Mills, and the other one is Brad Anderson. So if you don't know how to get their email addresses, just ask somebody, get their email address. Ask Dan and Brad to give you a comp subscription to everything Agora Financial does. Read everything we do and just start highlighting words you don't understand. And then walk around the office and find somebody that can explain that word to you. Hey, I don't understand what a put option is. Can you explain it to me? And then you're probably not gonna understand what they say, and then you go ask someone else, hey, I don't understand what a put option is. Can you explain it to me? You might run into the right person.
So that's how ideas get generated, though, because if someone says something you think of like, oh, well, really, it's like this, and you use some sort of metaphor or analogy or something, well, that could be really powerful copy, you know. And like right now, I'm trying to look anywhere I can and talk to anyone I can to find out an analogy or a metaphor for the blockchain, because I don't think one's come out. And if anyone comes up with that, that could be a multi-million-dollar idea. Just explaining to people, showing people blockchain so they can understand it. A real simple metaphor.
I'll give you one other tip on this too. And there's a secret weapon in the room who can help you. And it's Ingy. Raise your hand. If you guys don't know Ingy is a researcher for all of the copy team. And she is 2 out of 3 exams through the way of what's called a CFA license, or what would you call it? Chartered Financial Analyst. It's a really, really, really hard designation to get, and it takes 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years to get. Like 85% of the people who try to take that test don't end up getting their CFA or something like that.
Yeah, pass rates are below 50%
Okay.
for 3 exams.
90%, just like our copy. 90% of people who don't. Anyway, Ingy can answer a lot of your questions, right? So if you have questions about what an option is, what a derivative is, what that someone means when they say dividend reinvestment plans, just go ask Ingy, and she's